Have you ever wondered why such little is said about some people in the Bible, yet God thought they were important enough to give us a few verses about them? Well, obviously there must be something we can learn from those few verses. For instance, very little is said about a man named Enoch. In Jude verse 15, it tells us that he prophesied that Jesus would come back with 10,000 of his saints. And in Genesis chapter 5, we have his genealogy. We know that he was 65 years old when his son Methuselah was born, and that he walked with God for 300 years after that. Then there's that short verse that says, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." What was so special about Enoch that God would take him? The answer is found in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5. Here's what it says. "By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because God had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased God." What do we learn about how he got to his destination in heaven? We learn first that he walked with God. Secondly, that he walked in faith. And thirdly, that he had a testimony. To walk with God, you have to believe that he is. Enoch's walk with God was by faith. He believed what Hebrews chapter 5 verse 6 says. He believed that God is and that he rewards those who diligently seek him. Therefore, we know that his walk with God was based on his faith in God. But also during his faith walk with God, he had a testimony. Enoch knew something that he could testify to or about. That something was that he pleased God. How did he please God? Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 says that without faith it is impossible to please God. Enoch's walk with God affected his destination. God translated him to heaven. It seems that Enoch came to believe that God is everything he says he is, and will do everything he says he will do. Can two walk together unless they are in agreement, the Bible asks? Since Enoch believed these things about God, he agreed to walk with God on God's terms. Walking with that kind of faith was pleasing to God, so God allowed him to walk all the way into heaven with him. His walk affected his destination. Who are you walking with? And what does that say about your destination? Walk with God by faith and have a testimony that you please him. You'll be happy with your destination. Be blessed and keep close to Jesus.